Good evening, YouTubers. It's been a while since I've done one, and I was at work today, and on my lunch break I thought, you know what, I haven't done a video in a while, and I haven't bought a toolkit out of the last couple of sets. I'm to the point where I understand, you know, the best way to build decks is to get your single cards once you've established what you want to build, and go that route. It's cheaper than that. But every once in a while, I don't think it's bad to buy a little toolkit or a fat pack or whatever, you know, and just see what you get out of it. It is the MtnMan set. I was hoping that they would have the Hour of Devastation out, but they did not, so I will do this, and hopefully in the future I'll get one of those and open it up with y'all. So without any further ado, we'll get into it. So there's the cover. Here's a book. I think it's just kind of a little storyline that they put in all of them, I believe. It's nothing, you know, for newcomers, it's something to kind of give them up to date on what's going on with Magic, maybe, I don't know. There's some more trash. And something that they've done, I do know, out of the toolkits, that I'm not really crazy about, is they have decided to put a variety of the boosters instead of it being just the set that you buy. I don't necessarily like that myself. One reason why is because right now we are in such a wide block or wide sets, so many sets of standard, that you're really, to me, you're kind of wasting your money if you buy anything past what is it? Aether Revolt, Kaladesh. I'm sorry, Kaladesh. But anyhow, here's a thing here to kind of help you build your decks. I believe it's a kind of a deck builder. What, anyhow, beyond that. So anyhow, we got MtnMan, we got Oath of the Gatewatch, we got Kaladesh, and Aether Revolt. See, I don't understand this. I mean, why? Because this is going out this fall. Really, I don't. Why didn't they just put 2 MtnMan and then 2, you know, whatever? I don't know, whatever. So we'll go from old to new and see what we get out of these booster packs first. So we'll start with Oath of the Gatewatch. But who knows? You might pull something good enough that you can sell and get a little profit back on, if nothing else. Anyhow, we're going to go straight on to the uncommons. Cyclone Sire. It is a 5-drop. When it dies, you may put 3 1/1 counters on the target land. If you do, that land becomes a elemental creature with haste. That's still a land. That's not bad. It's a 3/4 elemental. When it dies, you get to distribute out 3 1/1 counters. That's not bad for a 5-drop, really. Not bad at all. Anyhow, Reckless Bushwhacker. It's got Surge, and Haste. Whenever Reckless Bushwhacker enters the battlefield, you paid other creatures you control gets +1 in haste until the end of turn. That's not too bad. It's a 3-drop 2/1. Wall of Resurgent. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you may put 3 1/1 counters on a target land. It becomes a 3/3 elemental with haste, and it's still a land. And this is a 0/6. That's not too bad for a big old butt. And Thought Not Seer. I think this is a pretty popular card in some decks because of its ability. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it and exile it. It's very good right now for the current sets that are out of MtnMan and Hour of Devastation, because of you being able to bring back creatures from the graveyard as zombies. In this here, you can just exile the creature altogether if it's a good creature that they could get. So it's not It's not a bad little rare card. And I get a plant and a full art blue. That's pretty good. Let's see, what was next? Kaladesh. Get into it. See what we get. Back here to the good stuff, they say, the good stuff. Harnessed Lightning. I know that's a pretty good control card in any energy deck. That's a very good control card. Experimental Aviator. It's a 5-drop 0/3. When it enters the battlefield, you can create 2 colorless Thopter artifacts with flying. Consulate Surveillance. It's a 4-drop. And enters the battlefield. It's an enchantment. You get 4 energy, pay 2, and prevent all damage. And look at there. Huh. Sailey Ray, whatever. I don't know what she's worth, but regardless, it's a planeswalker. I mean, that's.
What's her colors? Blue, red, blue?
Blue, red, red, blue, whatever. If you're not familiar with her, she wasn't used very much when Kaladesh come through. She just was, for whatever reason. I mean, I don't even know. +1 scry 1 deals 1 damage to each opponent. That's not bad. -2 create a token that's a copy of an artifact or creature you control, except if it's an artifact in addition to its other type. That token gains haste and exile it at the beginning of your next end step. That's not a bad card, because I could see where I could. Okay. What I'm saying here, guys, is that you could play her, -2 her, copy your
biggest artifact creature. Swing.
well, it doesn't even have to be artifact. It's any creature or artifact.
Yeah.
You could copy your Glory Bringer. I don't see a problem with that at all. Her -7 is search your library for up to 3 artifact cards with different names, put them onto the battlefield, and then shuffle your library. That's not bad, because there are some very good artifacts that just came out. Very good artifacts. That's not a bad, not a bad. I'll take it all day long, because it's still in set for a while too. I'm not going to lose it. And then we got a servo and a land. So that's not bad. Then Aether Revolt. Very happy about that, actually. I think I can build a deck with that. With the cards that are out right now. So Treasure Keeper. When it enters the battlefield, when it dies, reveal the top card of your library until you reveal a non-land card with 3 or less on the converted mana cost. You may cast that card without paying its costs. Put all the revealed cards not cast this way on the bottom in any random order. It's not bad. Not bad at all. We got Crackdown Consulate. Gets a 1/1 to the end of turn if you activate an ability of an artifact or creature. It's not bad. Fatal Push. I don't know where it's at money-wise, but when this set came out, Fatal Push was probably one of the more uncommon expensive cards there was. So, and it's still a very usable card with the Revolt ability. Aid from the Cow. I've got 2 or 3 of these. I never did build a deck around it. The mana, I don't know. I mean, and now we've got some good mana ramp creatures, artifacts. I don't know. It might be something. Let's look at it and read it right quick. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you control left the battle, this will trigger Revolt. Reveal the top card of your library. If it's a permanent card, you may put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, you may put it onto the bottom. If you could get this out there and had a way to trigger Revolt, pretty commonly, I think it could be something you might be. I don't know. I don't know. I have mixed emotions about try. I don't know. I always had issues. Now, if it was a red and you had this Ragavan where she produces the monkey every time, that's the easy way to trigger revolt. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to say about it, really. I don't know. You just don't see nobody building decks, so whatever. So let's open up my deck. I'm not going to go to home and do it, so. And I know I'm going through all these. We'll just go through all of them with this being on the kit, I guess. The newest set. We got Pathmaker Initiate. You can tap it, and a creature with power 2 or less can't block this turn. Red Crop Spearmaster, you can exert it, and he gets +1 first strike, and it stays tapped for a turn. It's a 3-drop, 3/1. Hieroglyph Elimination. Miasmic Mummy. Each player discards a card when it dies, or when it enters the battlefield. I'm sorry. Then you got the Colossopede, which is a good card in limited draft. Floodwaters. It's not a bad card, especially a cycling deck. Gift of Paradise. It's a decent mana ramp, but you're probably not going to necessarily play it. You could. Wasteland Scorpion, Death Touch, 2/2 3-drop, and it has cycle. Emberhorn Minotaur is a 4-drop 4/3. You can exert it. He gets 1/1 in Menace. It's not a bad card for a common. 4-drop 4/3. It's not bad. Those Who Serve, just a 2/4. Onward. Target creature gets +X and 0 to the end of turn, where X is its power. That's not bad. And then Victory is target creature gains double strike to the end of turn. So if you was able to do both of those, you could do a significant amount of damage. Target creature gets +1 and indestructible on the destined, and then on the lead, it's all creatures able to block this creature do so this turn. And Vizier of Deferment. It's a flash and enters. You may exile a target creature. It's basically just like Spellquiller, but this one doesn't have flying.
And the card comes back to the owner's hand at the end of the turn.
Right. Return that card to the battlefield under its owners at the beginning of the next instant. Right. Yes, that is correct.
Whereas Spellquiller stays.
Yeah, it's a permanent fixture. Yes, and that's a major difference.
Yeah.
Soulscar Mage, it has prowess. If a source you do, it's dealing with -1/1 counters. I don't know if -1/1 counters is ever going to be a deck. I just don't know, guys. It wants to be, but I just don't know that it's going to be. I mean, it really wants to be. Maybe with this spider coming out. The problem is Hippotra. If you could have, and there's out there, but they're fixing to go out now. That's the problem. You could, let me go ahead and finish this up. But anyhow, you got a land and a warrior token. If you had a way to actually protect her, put a little bud on her, what, I guess. I mean, I don't know, guys. It's sad. I don't know why they made her. I don't know why they made her the way they did, but it's sad because she is such a good card. I hope that maybe something comes out that'll help protect her or something. I don't know, guys. Whatever. Okay, we're going to continue on, guys. If you're not familiar with toolkits, I will say this. Whenever you open up the pack that's got the Evolving Wilds on top, the Evolving Wilds, from my understanding, is separating what they have pre-selected for you to build a possible deck out of. They give you some starter ideas. So don't necessarily, for you newer people coming into Magic, don't just open it up and kind of keep everything organized and look and see what they're doing. That doesn't mean you can't take them apart, but just kind of get an idea, a feel for what they're leading you to do so that you can understand Magic and how to build decks and working mechanics together. So anyhow, we're not going to go through all these cards as far as a description. I'm just basically probably going to just read what they are. So we got Bastion Inventor, Gearseeker Serpent, Metallic Rebuke, Consulate Skygate, Implement of Examination, Watchers of the Dead, Trophy Mage, Reverse Engineer, Filigree Familiar, Pacification Array. Looks like some type of control deck with artifacts, you know. And you take your booster packs and you build onto that. And plus there's another pack of cards here that you can add to it. Anyhow, it looks like we've got Binding Mummy, Doom Dissenter, in Oketra's name, Fiestring Mummy, Binding Mummy again, Miasmic Mummy, True Heart Duelist, Wayward Servant, Lord of the Accursed, Stir of the Sands. That's a black-white zombie. That's one of the popular themes right now, zombies. Cartouche of Solidarity, Gus Walker, Retcrop Spearmaster, Cartouche of Zeal, Nefcrop Entangler, Amberhorn Minotaur, Trial of Solidarity, Honored Crop Captain, Trial of Zeal, On-Crop Crasher. That's an Exert deck, red-white Exert. I built a little deck around it, and there's some enchantments back in Eldritch Moon that you can put into an Exert deck. It's called Always Watching. It gives all your non-token creatures 1/1 in Vigilance. Why a deck has not been built around that with the abilities of some of these Exert creatures, I don't know why. I can't answer that, but it would be a very successful deck, I believe. Heckma Sentinels, Hieroglyph Illumination, River Serpent, Greater Sandworm, Wild Wanderer, Oashras Cultivator, Lay Claim, Spring, To Mind, Weaver of Currents, and Sheffet Monitor. That seems to be like a blue-green cycle deck with some mana ramp and larger creatures in it. That's not a bad little selection of decks that you could possibly build onto and add onto. I think that's a good generalization of what mechanics are out there right now that you can put together. And for you, like I said, for you guys that are starting out, this is a great little deal to get, I think. Okay, now, and most of these are reprinted cards throughout the years that Magic has kind of deemed to put in these toolkits. I'm not going to explain all these cards. My advice, guys, is to go out $20 and 60-something cents at Walmart, and you could possibly get a good pull in the booster packs, enough to possibly get your money, half of it back, whatever, and still have some playable cards. Can you build a deck out of these and go down and win Magic on Friday night? I'm going to say yes, you can. There's plenty enough cards here that you get lucky enough draws like they do to win. So that's just my opinion. So anyhow, and you're going to have a rare of each color that's set for Magic: white, blue, black, red, and green. So Victory's held as a flying angel. It's a 6-drop 4/4 flyer, and when other creatures attack, they gain flying and lifelink. Well, that's not too bad, really. That's one of the better ones that I believe. Anyhow, we got Sphinx of Magosa, the Nightmare. That's not a bad card. I still run it in my zombie deck just because it's a mono black zombie, and its toughness and power is based upon the number of swamps you control, so it can get pretty big in late game. Shivan Dragon. They've kept this one in there for quite a long time. It's not a bad card. I just don't care to run it. Garruk's Horde. It's not bad if you've running in a mana ramp, because it'll allow you to play with your top card of your library revealed, and you may cast that card if it's a creature card. And then you got some uncommons through here. Just good wide selection of cards from Kaladesh, Aether Revolt, some of the core M17s. There's Essence Scatter, that was in Amonkhet, counter target creature. Senior Vampire, he's been around for a while. Gifted Aetherborn is a really good card. It's a 2-drop Death Touch lifelink. There's some more mummies. You could put that in your black-white mummy deck. There's some good stuff in here for newcomers to Magic, or even whatever. If you want to just buy it to have some better, some better cards like this Blossoming Defense. It's a pretty good card. I mean, for what you're getting for a 1-drop instant 2/2 and hexproof, that's not bad. There's some Mana Ramp, Druid of the Cows. Some of these I don't even know because they're bringing back. There's a cat, Stalking Tiger. I don't know. Anyhow, I'll have to look through it a little bit more. There is some mana fixing Renegade Maps, which the only downfall to this one is it comes in tapped. Now the one that just come out, you have to pay one. You can go ahead and sacrifice it and go get something. But it's just whatever. It's whatever you want. And then they got a couple of vehicles, which I don't think I got one. Nope, I didn't get one. But anyhow, there's your couple of vehicles. Basically, with these guys, you just play a creature, you crew them up as long as it's got a power of the crew ability, and then you go to swinging. I'm not going to open up these lands because I don't think. Well, I'll open it. This here is just your basic.
Now they have full art land in there as well.
Right, you have full art land, and I will say this. The full arts are holding their values. You got some dual lands here, which are pretty cool. I like the artwork on that. That's cool right there. The Foul Orchard. Y'all can see it good. Anyhow, going through. It looks like some of the older artwork looks like to me. But yeah, there's your full arts. I like them. I think they're sweet. I think blue to me is one of the prettier cards, especially the full. Anyhow, but the full arts are holding some value, so it's not a bad deal if you want to buy this and sell the full arts. You might make a little money, and you might, you know what I'm saying. It's a good little deal, guys. So don't overlook the toolkits. Even if you are a veteran to Magic, I don't care. It's still fun to get them and open them up and just see what you get, and you might get something that you've got a current deck in and you can add to it. But I believe that's it. There's some type of little thing in the bottom here. Quick reference guide. Anyhow, guys, you got a box here to hold your cards and this and that. Well, that's all I got. I hope I haven't taken up too much of your time, and I hope you enjoy the video, and if you do, please hit the like button at the bottom and share it with your friends. This is MtnMan out. Till next time, guys.